wait. Wait, the thing, my script didn't pick up the live stream. I mean, couldn't cancel that. Why is this not working now? Kerbal chat. Run. Oh, it's found stream. Right, it's got it now. It's found the stream. Okay. Okay, right. It's taking a long time to load. Um, I had to force close Kerbal yesterday. Yeah, it's taking a long time to load. Might have to force close Kerbal. Yeah, KSP X64 is not responding. Close program. All right, let's go to the placeholder. Do I have to start my script again? Yeah, I may have to. Oh, what a pain in there. Just loading Kerbal. This is why you got to keep the bloody mods low. You start adding mods and it gets problems like this. Just waiting for Kerbal to load. Okay, Kerbal. I'm gonna have to restart the Kerbal script. It's not working. Okay. So it's working now. I haven't decided. Yeah, we're not doing much tonight. Ship. I'm just clearing up some contracts, and then yeah, I'm just clearing up some contracts which we took the other day. But I don't know what else we're going to do tonight. I don't know what else we're going to do tonight. I don't feel too well, so I don't know how long I can be streaming. First contract is get this module. Yeah, just bring down a piece of junk. we've got a bunch of these launch stages to bring down as well. I've just not. Hang on. No, sorry. We don't have any Kerbals aboard because I've got the mod I was working on in the other videos, and I was just checking that the icon's not there because we don't have Kerbals aboard. There it is. There. It's the little mod I was working on in the other videos, like exit, emergency exit. Gets the Kerbals to. What was that? It came up then. I didn't see what came up then. It was hard to read. Just making sure that's going in the right direction. F5. Where's the other contract? Did we run out of time? Where's the other contract? Did we run out of time? We must have run out of time. Never mind. Let's get some of the launch stages down and then work on an aircraft, I think. Fly an aircraft around. Alright, hello Horrible. Horrible 762. Yeah, I was just, this is one of our launch stages I've just brought back from orbit. That's all. So we've just launched this, brought this back from orbit, and just getting it to the runway to get 100% on recovered parts, because this is a Korea game. Well, I got a new mod. This mod here, which is the Escape, which is actually a Kerbal Escape mod, and I made it myself this week. So we could test that again, but this is the Korea game, so I don't want to hurt any Kerbals. I think you might need more parachutes. Yeah, well, I just want to make sure it comes down in one piece, you know, so we don't break it. So if I F5 now, recover vessel. Because the Korea game, I don't want to take the loss of the money loss of broken parts. The 100% on return, 100% of value. I think that's all the contracts we got. I don't know about streaming too long tonight. I want to fly an aircraft around, I think. Because we had that lovely aircraft I made the other day. Where is it? I can't remember what it's called. Emergency. Let's take caps lock off. Exit. There you go. It's an aircraft I made to be disposable when I was testing the mod I was working on. And it flies really well. Flies really well. Flies really, really well. Needs a Kerbal on board because it's got no automation. So we need a pilot. Let's choose a pilot. Max B can go in there. And command. I think command's flown it before. Okay, what sort of plane? What sort of plane or a bar? Because it is really enjoyable making planes. When you have a good plane that flies well and doesn't mess around, you know, like this one flies really, really well. Flies really, really well. I was worried about that not having enough elevator control, but the elevator control is perfect. A quick save just in case. Right, you know, hands off. Oh, no idea. It's just worth messing around, isn't it? It's just worth playing essentially. You know, it is a what's called sandbox game ultimately. Although this is the Korea save, I like the Korea save. Just no, it's a bit more realistic. See, look, if it takes off, hands off perfectly. A little bit of trim. Didn't even touch anything. Get a gear. Get the throttle down. Flies lovely. There's no SS, and the reaction wheels are disabled, so it just flies lovely and stable. Right, we got this little the other launch site up here. Do an overfly of the launch site, I think. I remember where it is. Because there's another launch site up here. Cool. See how fast we can try and go. Yeah, the Kerbal chat up here will actually every now and again it'll give you a speed in miles per hour. So see how fast we can try and go. And now I will try it and compare it with the other streams and see if this is faster than some of the other exploratory aircraft you've got. I know you could stick other engines on it, but I like this one. Nice and controllable. It's got reverse thrust. I think it's over there in that beach by there. There's another launch site. See, look, trim is next to 0 and it looks brilliant. It flies well, really well. Reminds me of F-Zero, the layout. You have 68,000 Delta V. What are we on? We're on 4,000, but I don't have hardly any fuel in there. Must have a lot of engines and a lot of fuel then. Just one engine about the same size plane as you. Oh, you must have full of fuel then, because I mean, I've got hardly any fuel on this. I don't know how much the Delta V is if we put full fuel in it. Because originally I made this aircraft to be disposable to test the mod I was working on. So I put hardly any fuel in it. I do enjoy making aircraft, though. I do enjoy getting the centre of pressure and centre of gravity in the right position. And I've got another aircraft, a cargo aircraft, I'd like to finish and like to work on as well. I was doing that a couple of months ago, a month or so ago, and I just kept clipping the back of it when flaring, when landing. Not this one, another aircraft. It's quite sluggish though. Okay. Yeah, I know sometimes like we misjudge the amount of elevator trim you need or something. I know I've done that quite often. Right, let's try and land this. Just the way the fins are out in the wingtips reminds me of F-Zero. One of the craft in F-Zero. You know, on the SNES game. I'm sure there's been newer versions on other platforms. Yeah, I'm only playing with the keyboard. Though I've got a controller here, I got fed up with my wireless controller keep losing connection, so I'm only playing with the keyboard now. I think it looks like that one experimental plane, there's like an X-15 at the moment. Hang on, I'll read that comment now once I've got this down. We're a bit high, Right, get ready to flare. Bleed off there. Oh, boop. There we go. Bring it to a stop. So I think it looks like that one experimental plane. I think it's called the X-15 or something like that. Yeah, the X-15 was a rocket plane. It was an air-launched rocket plane. It actually got into space. It went suborbital. One of the few aircraft that went suborbital. Or admittedly, it was air launched, so it was halfway there when it was launched. Go. Recover vessel. %, value recovered parts, and 2 safe Kerbals. Yeah, the X-15 had the prototype, the first launch, the first couple of launches used an XLR11 engine, and later ones, was it Theocol engine? And they used a XLR99, I think was the name of the jet engine. My plane resembles the Jazz Gripen. Oh, Gripen. Nice. So it's you've got a canard on it. Yeah, the Gripens and the Rafale, but not the Eurofighter, have a really cool party trick. They got enough elevator authority that they can put the elevons at the back of the main wings down to act like flaps. And I just thought that was really, really interesting and really cool about them. I mean, can't we do a rocket plane that goes around the circuit, do you think? Can we do a rocket aircraft that's enough that can do a circuit? Do you reckon? I've got like a rocket fuel there. There's a structural fuselage. Can we do a rocket plane that'll at least do a circuit? Where are we in structural? I mean, it can't be that hard, can it? What rocket engines do we need? We don't need a big one. That's overkill. I shall try. My plane. Okay. I mean, how hard can it be? Don't need. What's a small rocket engine? Terrier? Will a Terrier get us airborne? We don't need something powerful if we want to try and stay in the circuit. It's a bit better than that. Reliant. Terrier. We have a similar sort of wing platform like we were just doing. Let's call this P130 D.1130. We'll call it. What do we call it? Rockets in the circuit. Remember how we did the last one? Might have been that. Might have been that actually. No, I think that's what we had last time, wasn't it? Yeah, it looks alright, okay. Oh, we'll adjust the wing position once we got the landing gear on, and we're messing with the position of the landing gear. Just need a small fin, don't we? Kind of looks like some sort of shuttle. Like control surfaces. Oh, I didn't do X. Yeah, I don't like clipping too much. But I also like to keep things aesthetically looking good. Save that. I'd like to make it more shuttle-like by bringing the wings down. Maybe not that far. Let's try like that. Looks good. Save. Right. Let's bring the centre of mass and centre of pressure up. Stick a nose gear on it. Stick a nose gear, landing gear. So it's a small one, small nose gear. So we'll adjust that if we need to. Stick main gear. I tend to use the next biggest main gear. Oh, the big main gear looks a bit big, doesn't it? So we've got to bring wings forward. but we've got to test it with fuel in it, fuel without it. Right, it doesn't move too far. Bring the wings forward. I don't like clipping it there, so that should do, shouldn't it? That main gear does look quite large. We've got this nose gear, looks a bit small, doesn't it? That's going to look overly big. Alright, now I have to move the wings back up to a central position. Oh. It doesn't look that great, does it? Let me take an anti-acid. My stomach's hurting. No, I don't like the way the landing gear looks. We might have to put the wings back to a central position. Right, let me take an anti-acid. I dropped the wrapper on the floor, and my cat is down there. Okay, it's a little bit nose down, but we'll see what difference that makes. Yeah, we sent those to not you. Don't need anything else on it, do we? As long as we've got a Kerbal who's a pilot on board. Valentina. Valentina is volunteering. We'll stick a little bit of fuel, not a lot. And we'll save. Launch and see what happens. It's nose down, so I'm worried we might not have enough authority, elevator authority to get it to lift the nose up. But some aircraft, I mean, like one commercial aircraft, lose the Rapier, don't want to use the Rapier. There's certain engines in the game that I won't use. I'm trying to keep it realistic, and is it the Rapier is one of them? You know, the air-breathing rocket engine. Is that the air-breathing rocket engine, the Rapier? Oh, we didn't turn off torque on the thing. We're going to turn off torque. Toggle torque disabled. Stick some trim on it. Right. F5. Right now you're a glider. It's better to be a glider than a stone or a rock. You know, that happens. Yeah, this hasn't got enough authority on just trim alone to get it airborne. Is it? Oh, the engines are out already. There's not enough fuel. Not enough fuel. To a halt. There we go. It's a good test. Yeah, or better to be a glider than a missile as well. Yeah. Stick some more fuel in it and see if we can get it airborne. I have to use more trim on takeoff. Yeah, what are we doing? We're getting rid of torque on this. Toggle torque. Make sure that's disabled. Save. And we stick full fuel in it. We won't have a lot of fuel. I don't think we're going to have enough fuel to do a circuit anyway. Oh, I've still got thrust vectoring as well on the engine. That'll help. That'll help. I did make an analog of the Piper jet once with the engine up in the fin. I got it on the game somewhere because I was just thinking about the Piper jet. The Piper jet is a small business jet based on a Malibu Mirage. You might be upside down above landed. Any landing you can walk away from is a good one. If you can use the aircraft again, then it's a brilliant landing, an excellent landing. Yeah, I was just thinking about when I mentioned thrust vectoring, because this has got thrust vectoring. Is it? Why isn't it going? Probably because it's not activated yet. There you go. Thrust vectoring. Because I was thinking about the Piper jet, which has got the engine in the fin, because it actually has a fixed vectored thrust at the back in order to get it to fly. That's a small business jet based on Malibu Mirage. So 5, Hold up. Take the brakes off. Adjust the trim. Yeah, this engine may not have enough thrust by the looks of it. It's accelerating. Yeah, but it can't even get itself airborne. Can't even get itself airborne. Right, leap out. Oh, damn. Valentina got killed. I'm not killing a Kerbal like that. Not killing a Kerbal. At least the mod I worked for the Kerbals to jump out works anyway. Alright. So Valentina jumped out, but there's too low altitude to get the shootout. So what's the next one up? Swivel? The engine? Reliant. The Reliant, I think, and the Swivel are like the same, aren't they? But doesn't have thrust vectoring. We'll go with it. Shouldn't have changed the center thing too much. Save, launch. Okay, F5. Okay, that's more like it. Throttle down. Alright, let's see if we can do a circuit. Okay, we've got a lot of roll control. A lot of roll authority, I mean. And less elevator authority, but it is there. Okay. Yeah, we could do more elevator as well. It's going okay. Going okay. Clap. Speed check 319 miles per hour. And if you type in status, the Kerbals or the probe core will give you the status. So if yeah, anyone in chat can do that. Type in !status. And the Kerbals will tell you what their status is. You know, we could just make a small space plane, space glider, couldn't we? So the texture's messing up like that. I haven't seen that in a while. It's kind of irritating. Right. Yeah, could do with more elevator authority, couldn't we? Flare, flare, flare. Oop. That's it, there's no more. There we go. We did circuit. It's not the best handling aircraft in the world, but it did work. How long been streaming for? You have 170,000 Delta V. Got 0. 170,000. Wonder what this is when before we launched it. I wonder what the Delta V was. I didn't even bother to look. So what have we got? 1,038. No, we could put that centre of pressure centre of mass slightly further back, couldn't we? How are we going to move it slightly further back? But then we could do with more elevator. Just wondering about sticking a fuel tank back there. We could try and improve the centre of the balance. Okay, we could do with more elevator, couldn't we? We could just stick a V-tail on it. That's what I've been doing with all the other things. I got loads of aircraft with V-tails just because I could do with some more elevator authority. Yeah, just wondering, just thinking. Do that a little bit further out. Back. Okay, try it again. See if we go out. How much further we go? Change flag, maybe. What are the flags we got? What's our delta V? 1205. Well, I've got flag Denby. Hyogo Ken. Dotori Ken. Hyogo Ken. I was going to stick a Shiga Ken flag there, but I never did I? I could do that another time. Shiga. Okay. Save. Launch. See how this goes. Okay, brakes on, throttle down, press space, F5, ready, set trim, F5 again. You ready, Valentina? Brakes off. It's 3 AM where I live at the moment, so I have to leave. It's 2:10 AM, so you're on the continent. Okay, Orobor, thanks for coming in. Thanks for being here. Thanks for chatting. And good luck with more Kerbal, with your Kerbal aircraft. Yeah, I'll be going in a minute. I'm not going to stay too much longer. Yeah, it's 2:12 in the morning here. Yes, here. I don't like the way that clips there. I don't like the way that clips. I'll tell you what, with that elevator there, display angle. So if we do that and then try and not negative. Do it like that. There we go. Is there a precedent for that sort of thing where you limit the control of one surface so it doesn't hit another in real life? I think there is. What comes to mind is Panavia tornadoes, because they had different size fuel tanks they could stick on the outer wing pylons. And when they had the larger fuel tanks, they couldn't sweep the wings fully back because they would hit tailplanes. So they had their wings, the wing sweep restricted when they had the larger wing fuel tanks on. So that's what that reminds me of when I'm restricting that control surface by there. I went to a museum where they've got 2 tornadoes. And pictures are in my posts. Some pictures, 4 pictures anyway. Thing is, there's a GR1 and GR4, and I'd like to know the GR1T and the GR4T, which is interesting, the dual control versions. I'd like to know if they had a fighter, because they've got lots of aircraft in another hangar, which they've not got on display. I only found out earlier today, the museum I went to on the weekend, they've actually got a Supermarine Swift. I didn't realise they had one. And yeah, it's not on display yet. That's an aircraft I'd like to see, and I've not seen in any museum in real life. Swift. Right, we're now a glider, so I don't know if we've got enough momentum to get us to the runway. I'm judging the trim at the moment, keeping it a little bit nose down so that we can keep the airspeed up. So I'm just panicking by hitting the elevator now and again. Should be okay. We keep the gear up until the last minute. Yeah, we should be fine. Thing is, every bit of angle, every piece of roll we put on there starts eating into our altitude. Yeah, it should be fine. Take a bit of trim off. Put the gear out. Flare. I was flaring early. I do that in real life, actually, when I was learning to fly. I was flaring too early. Oh, Valentina got it. Valentina got it. Cute nosette. Let speed bleed off. Nose wheel up a long time, isn't it? Just tapping the brakes. Bring the brake nose wheel down. Oh, this is centre of gravity. We didn't test it with the centre of gravity all the way back, did we? Without fuel in it. Maybe the centre of gravity is a bit far back when there's no fuel in it. We've got to move the main gear back slightly. Sparks coming from the engine as the engine bell as it scrapes along the ground. Well done, Valentina. Well done. Sorry, just looking about things I can listen to on the other monitor. There's a couple of podcasts I wanted to listen to, but I don't know about streaming long enough to listen to a whole podcast. So adjust that main gear back slightly, and adjust the control surface. But we got a jet engine that could do the circuit, though, haven't we? Right, main gear can go back slightly. Just not too. Then we've got this surface. About 4 degrees, do you think? 6 degrees. Save. Save. And should we launch? Try it again. Launch. Yeah, just so chat doesn't know, I got type in status and the Kerbals will give you status. If it works, it does work. Right, 5. Throttle up. Turn the brakes off. Put the brakes on again. F5 to make sure. Good luck, Valentina. Just making sure those control surfaces don't hit. Yeah, 4 degrees was a good call. Has a rocket plane in real life ever done a circuit and landed? Don't like the way textures are all going. That's bothering me. Love your streams. Oh, thank you, Alex. Thank you, Alex Nelson. Yeah, I don't know how much longer I'm going to be streaming tonight because I wasn't feeling well earlier. So I'm just wasting time by experimenting to see if we can get a rocket plane in the circuit, to do a circuit with a rocket engined aircraft. And I'm just playing around, not doing anything useful. Even though it's career save, you know, we could be doing something useful other than messing with rocket planes in the circuit. Oh, Valentina, you can get this one down. wonder what's the minimum altitude for Kerbals to get their parachutes out, because I got the mod I was working on, and to get the Kerbals to jump out. Still fun to watch. Thank you. Okay. Flare. So is the CG still too far back, you reckon? I may have to move the main gear a little bit further back. I know we could have tested it in the hangar, but never mind. Yeah, seems alright. And Valentina survived. Yeah, it's 2:25 in the morning, so I think I'll go and put my feet up, have a drink, and have a rest. Because we've been streaming for an hour and 42. I know, I did 5-hour streams a couple of weeks ago, didn't I? Yeah, and that was a bit draining. So 100% on recovered parts. And Valentina's okay. We got no contracts. We got this bug in this one mod down here that keeps spawning icons, but it's the loan. I'm waiting till the loan is paid off. We've got 3 payments of 120. Once you paid it off, I'll get rid of the mod. Like Pappies don't seem to be working properly. That's it. All right. Yeah, thank you, Alex. Thank you. I'm gonna just set scene switcher back on so that I can bring up the cat pictures. Okay, yeah, time for a rest. It's 2:27 in the morning. It'll be streamed for 1 hour, 43 minutes. Alex Orobor and Ship were the chatters tonight. Thank you for being here. Thank you for chatting.